Blessed love, royal family, Honorable Priest Isaac here. I am inviting you to the Priest Isaac's Institute of Holistic Knowledge Royal Business Webinar. It is about time, family, for us in the conscious space to motivate ourselves to become a more business-minded culture. Join us for 3 days, the 20th, the 21st, and the 22nd day of December for a life-changing, I repeat, a life-changing experience. 3 p.m. each day, Radio Anu TV, YouTube, and Radio Anu International. For more information, visit our website, priestisaacinstitute.com, or email us, priestisaacinstitute@gmail.com. The Royal Business Webinar. I will see you there.
Jambo. This is the Kiswahili word for hello. Jambo. Habari za asubuhi. This is a Kiswahili word for good morning. Habari za asubuhi. Habari za mchana. This is a Kiswahili word for good afternoon. Habari za mchana. Habari za jioni. This is the Kiswahili word for good evening. Habari za jioni.
Yes, habari za jioni. A blessed evening to each and everyone. Give thanks for your presence with us. And what you were just witnessing there a moment ago, that is just one of the many videos that we have available to you and your young ones, those of you who will enroll in our international homeschool program. Now listen, family, I know that the question for the evening is, why are we so hard on Santa Fraud? People want to know, why are you coming down so hard and jolly old Saint Nick? And you may be saying, what are they talking about? I mean, for those of you those who have not seen the trailer as yet, in a moment, I will show you what people are talking about. And ones are very, scared just because of the little trailer. So what will happen when you see the documentary? Family, we have a brand new documentary coming out. It will be premiered on the 21st day of December. When? The 21st day of December. We're talking about the Santa Claus Massacre. Every year we bring a Santa Claus Massacre. This time we're bringing the Santa Claus Massacre, the documentary. This one is There Will Be No Mercy for the Merciless. In a moment, I will be sharing the trailer with you. But I would like to return to what we were just scoping there a moment ago. You were just looking at, again, one of the many videos that we have on the International Homeschool Program. And for those who do not know, our International Homeschool Program is not just a platform of videos, not at all. It's a platform where your child, or children, your young ones, literally have a daily encounter where we prepare classes for them, set for their age, whether the classes are 15 minutes or 20 minutes per day. You get your African history and heritage, of course, your astronomy and your biology and other subject areas. Plus, again, you have hundreds of videos and options that you can choose from, where you get your videos as it relates to, as you would have seen just a moment ago, your Kiswahili. I mean, how many of us can speak Kiswahili? So if you get your young ones to take in the Kiswahili from, yes, a young age, 1 year old, 2 year old, 3, 4, 5, just born. Because imagine the child just born, they're listening to you speak. So if you're speaking English, French, Spanish, whatever, that's what they are learning. So imagine you have a program where they are getting their Kiswahili on a daily level or on a weekly level, or at least every now and again, because there's so many other things that we have on the platform for the young minds. I mean, check this one out, family. Kiswahili and let us see where we can go. This is a next level we are aiming for.
Jambo. This is the Kiswahili word for hello. Jambo. Habari za asubuhi. This is a Kiswahili word for good morning. Habari za asubuhi. Habari za mchana. This is a Kiswahili word for good afternoon. Habari za mchana. Habari za jioni. This is the Kiswahili word for good evening. Habari za jioni.
And this is what I'm trying to show the family, I mean, this has been designed specifically, obviously, for the young minds. So imagine your young ones, whether they have their tablet or their laptop and they're just going through the platform that we have designed for them, playing whatever video they want to see, whether it's the video on the animals, whether it's the video on rocks, whether it's the video on the internal organs, whether it's the videos on the planets. Each individual planet has their own video, the moon, hurricanes, what are earthquakes. There's so many things to learn right now on our platform for the International Homeschool Program. And then now the whole aspect of our Afrocentricity. And that's what Kiswahili is. You're getting into the whole aspect of the language now, not just the history, not just Kwame Nkrumah, not just Jomo Kenyatta, but Jambo, you understand? Habari Gani, you're speaking an African language now. And of course, that is a big plus, for the young ones, even if they just get it at the basic rudiment stages. And of course, we are continually adding content to our platform daily. So family, I think now is the time to get on board. Now, as I said, many ones are asking, why are you coming down so heavy on Santa Claus or Santa Fraud, we'd like to say. And the question is, why is Santa Fraud really so hard on us as a people? Now, for sure, as I said, we will be premiering on the 21st day of December, 7 p.m. Eastern Caribbean time, the Santa Claus Massacre. Every year we do a Santa Claus Massacre, whether it's a lecture, whether it's a webinar, whether it's anything, a radio program, interview, documentary. Well, we are here giving you the brand new documentary. It will be one of those mini documentaries of the Santa Claus Massacre. Don't be afraid. No mercy for the merciless. Don't be afraid. Santa Fraud has done worse to us. Santa Fraud has been murdering us for generations. We ain't doing him nothing. It's just all about justice. Don't be scared of taking justice, really. That's what it is. We need to listen to me, family. Maybe you don't understand it. Maybe you don't see it like me, but I know for sure we need to literally execute these fabulistic philosophies that have been given to us and our young ones through the cartoons, through the nursery crimes, through these festivals, through these folly days, through these stories, the media, television. Again, a lot of fableized. I don't know if it's an actual word, but you know what I'm saying. A lot of fableized characters and fableized philosophies have entered into our psyche that has produced many different weird behaviors, even homosexuality and these different things. This is why we cannot have any mercy on the merciless. Yeah, check this out. Give thanks to the Honorable Prince Alamase, the young mind, working with us, putting this together. Check this out, family. I love this. family, I would get myself in order if I was you to make sure you get a copy of that. And remember, again, it will be officially, it will be premiered on the 21st day of December, 7 p.m. sharp. Make sure that you're right here on radio and on TV for that. And of course, you'll be able to purchase your own copy and support even the young ones that are putting all their talents and gifts into the works that you've been seeing right here at the Priest Isaac's Institute of Holistic Knowledge. That's what happens when you train your young youths. That's what happens when you hold on to them and give them your knowledge. And as you can see, the young ones, you heard the key Swahili words. That's the Honorable Princess, my young daughter. Many of you would have seen the video when she was just a little baby speaking key Swahili words. You understand? I didn't teach her these words. She taught herself these words. I may have started the ball rolling, but she took the initiative and now she's speaking the language and sentences and doing her own key Swahili show on radio. And give thanks. You understand? The Honorable Young Prince, as you can see, to me, he's like a young master when it comes to the graphic designs and of course, the words I would utter. He sits down behind my words and puts the video, what do you call it, videography, the graphics to it. So obviously at the same time, he's taking in what I'm saying too. You understand? So we're very thankful. So that trailer that you just saw a moment ago, basically that's his brainchild. And that's how he thinks about Santa Claus, from his heart. You understand? And we need to teach our children these things so they understand how demonic these characters are. And you may be saying, oh, well, Santa Claus is not real. Well, it depends on how you look at it. We've been doing a series of programs on Rasta Roundtable for the past month now, speaking of areas. And that's exactly how the documentary begins. I hope you're going to make sure you're part of it, eh? Yeah, and as I was saying before, you actually can get the documentary if you pre-order today. If you pre-order today, you get a special discount, 50% off of the documentary. Remember, it's going to be out on the 21st of December. You'll be able to receive it on the 21st. We're going to be premiering it, but the premiere is going to be an open house premiere, but you would want to have the actual documentary uninterrupted, no, advertisement, whatever, for yourself. But you can pre-order it today. Visit our website or email us. You don't know the digits, priestisaacinstitute.com, priestisaacinstitute@gmail.com, and you get a special discount, half price specifically, if you pre-order it today. You don't want to miss this. I mean, this is a top documentary, top graphics, top entertainment. Your little ones will love it, not unless you have some sort of, some sort of love for Santa Fraud that you don't want them to lose the love. But if you don't care less about Santa Fraud, you need to let your little ones sit down and watch this. I'm telling you the truth. Now, I mean, really, these killers here, you got to keep in mind, no one can deny, again, when you get into the Norse theology, let me just share this with you quickly. There's so many aspects that we can go into this. But when you go into the Norse theology, if it is one thing that I know for sure, the so-called god Odin is Santa Fraud. Remember Santa Claus, as he's called. We just mentioned a moment ago that we've been doing programs as it relates to the Nicene Council of Bishops. This stuff is deep. When St. Nicholas rose up and assaulted Arius, someone who was standing up for Afrocentricity. That same St. Nicholas who became a saint, is the same individual that they would have morphed with several gargoyles and demons and some old fables to create the Santa Claus that you know today. One of them old fables is one of the main ingredients in the Santa Fraud calamity, Odin. And remember, Odin is where you get the word God from, the same Odin, Woden, Godin. And the same Odin, as you know, Olfada. You see Odin with his antlers like the reindeer, the same Odin with his antlers That's a younger Odin there. The same Odin with his antlers. The same Odin has his Christmas run, which they call the Wild Hunt, where you see him with his antlers like reindeer. Not reindeers now, reindeer going through the sky. When you think he's doing this, take a guess. Not in the summertime, not during the spring, the same winter, the same 25th day of December, 24th day of December, 23rd day of December, the same time as the solstice. That's what's going on. So you have Father, also known as Woden, the great Odin, the father of Thor, and his whole band of merry men riding on their horses. They have antlers like what? Like reindeer. When are they doing this? The same time as Christmas Eve. Are you serious? Yes, and the same Odin coming to the sky. When you observe him now, he usually has a horse with 8 legs, just like how he has the 8 reindeer when he transforms into Santa Claus. It's the same character. That's why the Odin look very much like the Santa Claus. That's why Odin looks like the picture of God that they gave us to worship. This is a very serious thing. It's basically the same thing disguised in many different forms, you know. So there's a lot of fabulistic philosophy involved here. And of course, you know, as the Yuletide season gets deeper and deeper, we'll be swinging our punches to make sure that those of you who are open to knowledge keep away from that which will cripple your mind. Don't follow them with their Christmas tree. Jeremiah already told you, don't follow the ways of the pagan who go into the forest with axe and cut down a tree and fasten it with hammers and nails and deck the halls with balls of folly. Tra-la-la-la-la. Yeah, they deck it. That's what the scripture says, Jeremiah. You know, go and check the documentary that we are producing. I'm talking about the Santa Claus Massacre. All of that information is in there and well palatable for your young ones. They would love it. They'll say, oh, Daddy played again. Yeah. Jeremiah clearly shows you that they follow the ways of the pagan, the heathen. They go and cut down the tree and come and put it in their house and deck it with balls, with silver and gold, and put a star on top of it. That's in Jeremiah. And I mean, this is the same thing that we do. Maybe not we, but that's the same thing we as a people generalizing it. That's what we do. The paganism, you know, and all of that goes with the Santa fraud tradition. I mean, when you understand this science, you know, him and his red and white blood and milk, the feast of little children, yeah, they slaughter the little children. These are Roman festivals, the feast of blood and milk. That's what Valentine's Day is all about. That's why it's red and white, blood and milk for the baby and blood and red for the blood, blood for the blood and blood for the blood, red and white. That's why when he comes down the chimney, he's looking for cookies and milk, blood and milk. It's a deep thing, eh? Very, very deep. And stockings, you know, putting gifts in stockings, coming down chimney and putting gifts under the tree. That's animism again, because you have to bow down to the tree to get the gift. The tree has a gift for you, but you to get the gift, you got to bow down to the tree to get the gift. This is some serious stuff. This is why I'm showing you, family, this Santa fraud vibration. We have this fella here, our little children sitting on his lap. You got to be careful. Remember, in reality, Saint Nicholas is a molester. Remember, they try to fableize him. That got to be the word of the day. They try to fableize him. Hey, open the dictionary and see that's a real word. As some sort of nice fella, you know, the lover of children. What kind of lover? Of children and the lover of widows. Remember, there's a special story about him. Listen to this story. You know the story? Come on, with the 3 prostitutes. You don't know the story. They say that there were 3 prostitutes, and you know what prostitutes do. All right. And they were on the street doing their work. And the story says that they had children home. I guess they didn't really want to do the prostitute stuff, as many prostitutes, and that's the truth. But I guess it was just hard time and they didn't have any help. And jolly old Saint Nick came along, according to the story. And jolly old Saint Nick said, hey, listen, man, I will, you know what I mean, take care of your problems. And the story said Saint Nick gave them 3 bags of gold and took them away. That's interesting. You know, now these are prostitutes. He gave them bags of gold. It may be a nice gesture. That's what the story is trying to imply, by the way. It was a nice gesture. But why some versions of the story say he took them away? I mean, you pay prostitute and take them away. I mean, it sounds like, what do you expect to happen after? And this is St. Nicholas. This ain't nobody that we trust or believe in. That is why, listen to me, that is why when he comes through the sky on the great wild hunt every Christmas Eve, the 24th day of December, when he comes through on Christmas Eve in his sleigh, that is why when he comes through on his sleigh, you know what a sleigh is, to kill people, sleigh bells. When he comes through on his sleigh, he's still looking for those 3 prostitutes in the old story. Yeah, 3 prostitutes. That's why you always hear Santa saying, ho, ho, ho. 3 hoes, 3 prostitutes. That's the story. You understand? So listen, there's so many subliminal hidden messages inside of this Santa fraud Christmas business that they've been feeding us. For me personally, this is not anything I think that we should take lightly. So when ones are scared because of a little trailer, oh my, please don't come down on Santa Claus. Don't spoil it for the kids. Don't spoil it for the kids. Santa Claus has already spoiled it for the kids. Yeah, check this one out, family. I like this. Oh, yes, family value. I mean, it's all there, the 21st day of December. And remember, on the same 21st day of December, that is actually the, let me see if I got my dates correct. That is the second day. That will be the second day. That's the evening of the second day of our Royal Business webinar. So make sure you are in the house, of course, for the Royal Business webinar. That will actually be, get out of here. What's wrong with your move? Yeah, that will be the day of the Royal Business webinar. That's 3 days, 20th, 21st, and the 22nd. So we're doing so many things at the same time, but it's all right. You got to keep your pipeline full. You got to keep active. You got to make sure the world know what you're up to, because you have a message to spread. You have something to do. The Most High gave you a mission. I hope you're not sleeping on your mission. Yeah, so the 20th, the 21st, and the 22nd, some people have enough time to watch you doing your mission and criticize your mission, and they're not even on their mission. Can you imagine that? I'm telling you, they don't know what they're missing mission. Yeah. So the 20th, the 21st, and the 22nd day of December, the Royal Business webinar. That's 3 p.m. each day, Eastern Caribbean time, by the way. Just make sure you're on Radio Anu TV, Radio Anu, the international flavor, the universal spice. That's Radio Anu International online radio, and of course Radio Anu TV, and of course that's the YouTube, and you get the 3 days. Remember, this is a free webinar. Ones are saying, how do I get the link and how much and all of that. This is a free webinar, family. What are you talking about? This is an open door. This is a life-changing experience for sure. But I'm saying now, the evening of the 21st, we're going to have the official launch. So just make sure you're prepared for that. 7 p.m. Eastern Caribbean time, the official launch of the Santa Claus Massacre. And get yourself ready to purchase your own copy. Yeah, so you can even share it. Those of you who are buying gifts for Christmas, don't be lying to me. Come on, I know you're a part of the festival. Of course, well, preacher don't know. We're not into that, but the kids are into that. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. But anyway, for those of you who are going to be buying gifts, it's best you buy the Santa Claus Massacre and share it with those who you are trying to inspire, if that's really what you're trying to do. Believe me, the Santa Claus Massacre will shake them up. Yeah, we don't have no time to play with Santa fraud. Make sure you do that. Anyway, to be very honest, a much better gift is the International Homeschool Program for the young ones, something that will last for a long time, something that will edify them on many different levels. As I said, just the whole aspect of the Kiswahili. Imagine your young ones are daily taking in something new as it relates to Kiswahili, to the point that even by the time they're 7, 8, or 9, they can have a proper conversation with Kiswahili. I don't know if they're teaching you that in the school. Go for the little ones, bring them in front of the computer. I know, yeah, you should make them watch what you're watching sometime. Bring them in front of the computer. If they look at this 3 times a week for 2 weeks, they will have it down pat.
Jumbo. This is a Kiswahili word for hello. Jumbo. Habari za asubuhi. This is a Kiswahili word for good morning. Habari za asubuhi. Habari za mchana. This is a Kiswahili word for good afternoon. Habari za mchana. Habari za jioni. This is the Kiswahili word for good evening. Habari za jioni.
Oh yes, family, again, I would encourage you to get the young ones a part of the International Homeschool Program, even if they didn't expect it. Trust me, they will appreciate it for sure. Sometimes they get something for young ones, especially when it has to do with education, especially at a certain time of the year. They don't want to hear about now school. Well, believe me, they would love it. Because remember, as you can clearly see, utilizing the graphics, utilizing technology, that's what I was showing to the government here. Utilizing technology, utilizing the young minds that know how to deal with technology. I mean, it's almost watching or listening to educational series of topics, whatever, almost comes like entertainment. Comes like you're playing a game. When you can teach the children in a way like, press this button if you're correct, or press the button that your answer is, or whatever it is, and they can interact with you, and it's colorful, and yay, you won the prize. Come on, man. Every child will love that. That's why you have to take entertainment, education to a level of entertaining the child. We don't really like the term entertainment too much, but just because you comprehend what I'm trying to say, you comprehend that you need to grab their attention. They need to see it in a way that is palatable to them. They need to see themselves in the picture. And that is why, we strive for excellence here at the Priest Isaac's Institute of Holistic Knowledge. So yeah, get them the International Homeschool Program, the young ones, your nephew, your niece, your friends' children who you want to catch a vibes. The International Homeschool Program is a strength. And get them the Santa Claus Massacre. Believe me, everyone will full joy. Hey, family, give thanks to the life giver and the keeper of life. Holy Emmanuel, Selassie, Jah, Rastafari. Blessed love. Elephants are the largest living land animals. 3 living species are currently recognized: the African bush elephant, the African forest elephant, and the Asian elephant. Distinct features of elephants include a long proboscis called a trunk, tusks, large ear flaps, pillar-like legs, and tough but sensitive gray skin. The trunk brings food and water to the mouth and also grasps objects. Tusks, which are derived from the incisor teeth, serve both as weapons and as tools for moving objects and digging. The large ear flaps assist in maintaining a constant body temperature as well as in communication. African elephants have larger ears and concave backs, whereas Asian elephants have smaller ears and convex or level back.